Hello everyone, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of a book haul. I went on a little bit of a book buying spree that I didn't plan on, but I managed to get a few books and I'm really excited to show them to you. So the first book that I picked up is Doors. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This book has been going around booktube for such a long time. It's an adult thriller, I think. A lot of people have already read this book and it just seemed so intriguing, so I wanted to give it a try. And it says the perfect marriage or the perfect lie. So I'm really excited to get into this book. Hopefully it's really good and hopefully it is a thriller like I think it is. So yeah, I can't wait to get to this one. The next book that I have to show you in my book haul is Ember Island by Kimberly Freeman. I read Evergreen Falls by Kimberly Freeman last year and I absolutely loved it. Evergreen Falls was a 1920s historical fiction and it was just so wonderful. It was one of my favorite books of the year. So I wanted to pick up something else by her. I'm not sure what this is about, but I think it's historical fiction also. Yes, it takes place in 1891. So I'm really excited. Hopefully, I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed her other book. I just think she's a wonderful author. It's an adult historical fiction, and yeah, I cannot wait to get to it because I loved that first book that I read by her. The next book that I purchased was my second copy of this book, and that's 1984 by George Orwell. So I have this book already, but it's an old, beat up mass market paperback that I actually inherited. So I didn't want to read that one. I wanted to read a trade paperback. I really have been put off by mass market paperbacks over the past couple of years, so I was able to find this nice copy, and I can't wait to get to this. This is one of the classics that I have not yet read, and I want to read it this year, but I don't want to read that mass market paperback that I have. So, yeah, can't wait to get to this one, and it's a really nice orangey bright color considering the the topic of this dystopian novel. The next two books that I have, I came upon by accident when browsing Amazon, and the first one is The War of Roses by Alison Weir. Um, I recently read London last year or the end of last year, and I absolutely loved it. It's a historical fiction. It gives you basically the entire history of London from the Roman occupation and or the Druids to present day, and I absolutely loved it. And I wanted to learn more about British history, and I don't know anything about the War of the Roses. This is a fiction book. It's not a nonfiction, but it is centered around real events. So um, apparently, it really gives you a lot of real history in this book as well as some fictional characters. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. I read a lot of reviews, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up and start reading it. The next book that I picked up was also kind of just by chance when browsing through Amazon, and that is The Roanoke Girl by Amy Engel. Amy Engel is the one that wrote the Book of Ivy, I believe, and this is her first kind of trek into adult fiction. I think this is a mystery or maybe even a little bit of a thriller. A couple of people have already reviewed it on BookTube and it seemed really intriguing, so I wanted to give it a go. And it's another short book. I think it's under 300 pages. Let's see. Yep, 274. So none of these, a lot of these books aren't very big at all, so it shouldn't take me any time at all. And I really love the cover. It really shouts history when I look at those really old black and white pictures. The next book that I got is the next book in the Kirsten Gear series. The first book, this is a YA fantasy. The first book is Dream a Little Dream, and I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun, and it just took me a while to pick up the second book. So Dream On is the second book, and I can't wait to get to it. I love this author. Kirsten Gear is a German author, and her YA books are translated into English, and I think she's just wonderful. I read her Ruby Red series when it first came out a few years ago. I absolutely loved it, and I love this series just as much. So I want to get to that one. And the last book that is in this book haul that I picked up this past month is The Jewel by Amy Ewing. This book came out a few years ago, and it got a lot of negative reviews actually, which is why I never picked it up. But I thought I would give it a go. I got it on Book Outlet, so it was really, really cheap. And yeah, I'll see what I think of it. It's a trilogy. If I like the first book, I'll pick up the second and third. The last book that I picked up this past weekend, I don't have it on me at the moment, but I'll put a picture, and it's 2140. This book I've been looking forward to for a long time, and it's an adult fantasy or maybe even science fiction. I'm not sure what it's categorized as, but it takes place in the year 2140 and in New York City. And during this time, a lot of New York is now underwater, and you have to travel by boat. And each building is, or some of the larger buildings, are islands in and of itself. It's really strange. It looks really intriguing, and I loved like futuristic tales like this. So I really hope to enjoy it. I've been looking forward to it for such a long time, and I just can't wait to delve into that. So that's it. Those are all of the books that I purchased in the month of March. I will not be purchasing any more probably, or not a big purchase until um May, because there's quite a few releases coming out of May, continuation of series and such that I really want to get to. And I will only be buying one book in April, but you'll see what that is once I show it. But yeah, those are the books that I managed to purchase this past month, some through Book Outlets, some through Amazon, as you saw. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all soon. Bye.